Hello there, kia ora and welcome. Today, it's another karting video. It's round 3 of the CKT series up in Nelson. We're in level 2 lockdown and it means we can go back to racing. And it's been a while since we've been on track. And it was going to be the first race that was going to be at night time, an all-night affair. And the first one in cooler weather, so it was going to be interesting to see how much grip there was and how rusty everyone was, considering it's been a bit of time between drinks. So we started off with the individual race where I started on pole position. Yes, because I did terribly in the previous race. And I didn't really know how much grip was out there. I kind of was pretty conservative at the start and just trying to figure out how fast I'd go through corners, where I could push it, where I couldn't. A little bit paranoid about just understeering off at the first corner and just going straight into the barrier, but luckily that didn't happen. So after my second pit stop, I got out into a bit of traffic and tried to make a move happen behind somebody, but it didn't quite work out. It was a bit clunky. I got the move done a bit later on, but it left me vulnerable and I ended up getting overtaken after I'd done the move on somebody else. So that person who got me got bloody a 2-for-1, a cheeky wee combo deal. So I kind of kept on losing ground throughout the race, but it left me time to by myself in some nice clean air, and I could just bank some clean laps in. towards the end of the race, which I didn't know quite when the end was happening, I could sense I was getting caught up by a group, and somebody managed to get their nose in front, and I had to give space, and then all of a sudden the whole group swamped past me, and I was in not the best position, and it was just all of a sudden cart, and that was in like the second to last lap / like last lap, and I couldn't make up any more positions, and it was right in the last portion of the race where, yeah, the majority of the overtakes happened on me. So that was a little bit disappointing. I could have tried to hold off for another lap and just make it to the end. I went down from pole like a fireman. Ended up 7th with a couple of penalties as well. The kart that I was in for the individual race, in the following individual race for the second group, had a bit of an issue and dropped its guts and put oil all over the track. So I don't know whether the kart was on its way out or just decided to end it then. Not quite sure what happened to it, but yeah, it ended up spilling its guts. And because of the oil on the track, we all got some 10 laps just to feel out the track with the greasy track with the oil on it, and sort of help spread it out and make it not as bad as it could have been. Because as soon as it happened, yeah, some other competitors in the second race were having a few slidey moments into the barrier at the two particular corners. Now that brings us to the endurance race, where it was myself and Clint, and because we did quite well in the first one, we ended up starting from the back of the grid for this race, and so Clint started off for us, and he got some manoeuvres done fairly quickly, but was starting to get held up, and our strategy was pretty much not to get held up, so he came and pitted, and it was my turn to make something happen. In the first stint, I just sort of got out there and just tried to bank in as many laps as I could, really. Had a battle with a few people, and then as soon as we felt that we were getting backed up a bit, it was just into the pits. Coming into my second stint, Clint had pulled through the pack and it got into P1, so it was basically about retaining that position, not getting held up by anybody, and not getting any more penalties, because I think we'd kind of gained a few at that stage. In the first stint, I just in that stint I'd caught up with the pair that were sort of battling in front of me. It was good to see I had enough pace to keep up with them, but not enough to make any opportunities happen. Third stint, it was a bit of a rushed pit stop. I was kind of getting myself together still, and Clint was coming in because he had got backed up behind somebody, so we sort of made the call to swap over. And yeah, when I got out there, I was kind of stuck behind. I think it may have been the same pair that I was before, and I could keep up with them, and they were battling real good, but that left me a little backed up, and there was a person behind me that was able to just pit me. Now, going into the final stint, the pressure was on pretty much. I knew we had half a lap, around 10 seconds, up on the people that were in second place, and it was basically maintain that gap. Like, I have 20 laps now, and I've got 10 seconds of leeway. Just don't cock it up. No mistakes, nothing dumb. Don't put it into the wall. Don't do anything silly. Don't do anything dumb. That was my whole mindset at that stage. past the finish line with the checkered leg, and we'd done it. Hold on to P1. But for how long? How many penalties did we get? Oh! Just say when I crossed the finish line, it was more just relief that I hadn't cocked any of it up. That all the hard work that we'd put in actually meant something at the end of the day. Because it can very easily go wrong. Like one wrong move and your whole race is kaput. So at the end of the day, we finished the race first, but because we got a couple of penalties, I think we got 3 or 4, and the team that came second only got 1, we were 1 ahead, so the podium was the exact same as it was in the first round. All in all, I had a pretty good time. It was good to get out and have events, you know, considering the whole global situation. And yeah, it was good to kind of catch up with everyone. Big shout out to the CKT team and Dan and the boys down at ProKarts for running a banging event. I'm looking forward to the next event and just hoping on progressing a little more each event, you know, and then by the end of the year I'll be a bloody top-notch racing karter person. What do you call a professional karter? A ProKarter. Sounds like a lovely savoury treat. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Thanks for watching. Hooroo!